Hi, I want to tell you my cancer story. I am battling. First, my name is Jackie. I am battling stage 4 metastatic colon cancer. I have been battling for 4.5 to 5 years so far. I think. It could be about 6 now. I'm not 100% sure. Time moves kind of funky when you have chemo every 2 weeks. This all started about early 2021 to the end of 2020. I was 29 years old. And I went to my normal doctor because I was having stomach pains. Unfortunately, I didn't see my doctor. I saw one of their assistants. And he thought that it was just my period. But there's a problem with that. Wasn't time for it. I wasn't bleeding. So that didn't really add up. I went home thinking maybe it's gonna start, and that's why I was hurting. After a couple days, the pain had gotten worse, so I went to the ER, the emergency department. At the ER, they did an ultrasound and found what they called a cyst on my ovary. So they gave me some pain medication and sent me home. Within a couple days, the pain had gotten much, much worse. I was looking very pale to my husband, so we decided, let's go in and make sure everything's okay. We went in. This ER did a CT scan, and they found a 15-inch mass on my left ovary. At this time, we were either sure it was stage 2 ovarian cancer or stage 4 colon cancer. It just depended if it had spread. So, I had to have emergency surgery to remove the mass in my left ovary. And then once I was healed from that, I needed an endoscopy and a colonoscopy. An endoscopy is when they shove a camera down your throat and they go down towards your intestines. Basically, they're checking your lining of your stomach and making sure there's no polyps or other masses. A colonoscopy, as you may already know, is when they shove a camera up your butt and to see and go through your intestines up to your stomach to make sure, again, there's no polyps or any masses. The endoscopic came back clear. I was fine. The colonoscopy, on the other hand, they found 3 large masses. These 3 large masses were in my lower half and upper half of my colon. So, I was diagnosed with stage 4 metastatic colon cancer. It is metastatic colon cancer because it had spread to my ovaries, and later it has spread to my liver and spleen and my left collarbone. I am currently going through chemo. I am on Ativan. That's the name of my chemo. And something else. I can't ever remember what it's called. It's a very long word. I have had one other emergency surgery. I had a emergency ostomy bag placed because I got a blockage in my colon. I have been going to the same oncologist's office since I got diagnosed. It's Compass Oncology. I will not tell you which location, but that is when I go to. I had to change doctors because mine moved because she had a baby, so I'm very happy. And I really love all the doctors there. I speak to a palliative care doctor every 3 months to go over my meds to make sure that they are still working and keeping me comfortable. I also talk to a counselor every 2 weeks when I have treatment to go over my feelings. Because cancer can give you a lot of big feelings and make you feel a lot of things. Even though I'm the one battling, I'm not going through this alone. My wonderful husband, Tim, has been by my side since day one. I met him when we were little kids in summer school, while we were in elementary. I gave him $1 in quarters and said I liked him. And then we lost contact. And then around middle school, he got a random call from me saying, "Hi, this is Jackie. Don't know if you remember me." Shockingly, he knew who I was. Guess you won't forget a little kid who gives you $1 and tells you they like you randomly during class. So we dated on and off throughout middle school. And then our junior year, I moved to his school, and we have been together ever since. We are high school sweethearts. We got married in 2012. It was actually our anniversary that I had the ostomy bag placed. Because I had done 4 rounds of chemo, decided to take a little break so I could enjoy our anniversary trip, and I got a blockage. I was sure I was going to be fine after some pain meds at the hospital, but they did a CT scan and found a very large blockage, and so I had to be transferred to Springfield and get a colonoscopy bag placed. I've had this bag for 4.5 years. I got it the same year I was diagnosed, and honestly, I don't hate it. I don't like it, but I don't hate it. It's something new and different. Even having it for so long, it's still very different. You never know how much you take for granted pooping in the toilet until you can't do it anymore. I have written a kid's book that I'm hoping to get published about a husky going through chemo. So that's what I'm working on. I want to lower the colonoscopy age because it's, I think, your 40s until you can get one, which means my cousins, after I was diagnosed, wasn't able to get one, but my siblings were, because I had a test done, and the test showed that my colon cancer is genetic, meaning that it's on both my parents' sides, and I have the weird little enzyme or little genetic that lets me get it early. I would have gotten it anyways, but I just get the lucky little enzyme that says, hey, you're gonna get it while you're young. But I'm okay. I have my good days, and I have my bad days. The bad days suck. Pain's high, and there's a 50-50 chance I'll end up in the hospital to get help with the pain. But the good days, they're well worth them. I get to enjoy life. I get to spend time with my family. A normal treatment day is I get up, I put on something comfortable. I normally wear a sports bra and a set of PJs because that's comfy and I'm sitting there for a few hours. The first thing I do when I get there is I have to have my port. Yeah, right there. I have to have my port accessed. And which is a very easy thing. They draw blood because of the chemo I'm on. I have to do a urine test so they can check my kidneys because the chemo I'm on can be hard on kidneys, so I have to do one every time I go. So I take my urine test, I get my blood work done, then I go to the second floor of my oncology office, check in, and then I have my doctor's appointment. Well, first we do my weight, then we do my blood pressure, my oxygen, my heart rate, and then the doctor's appointment. And after my doctor's appointment, I go and recheck in, and they let the people in the treatment room know that I am ready to go into the room to have treatment. Then it is pre-meds with fluids, immune therapy, then the big treatment. We usually go at 8, I think 8 or 9 is usually between when we have chemo, and I don't get out until 1 or 2, depending on how it goes. If we have to do the flush for my port so it works, it may be 3 or 4. But within that time, I get my treatment, I talk to my counselor, I listen to music, I'm reading a book because I'm in a book club with my best friend. On top of the cancer, I have chronic pain, and some chronic illnesses. So, I guess I can explain what I have. I have scoliosis. I have fibromyalgia. I have anxiety, depression, PTSD, medical PTSD. I have POTS and POX, PCOS and PTOS, I think. One is an ovary one and one is not. But I have 2 dogs. I have a Jack Russell named Wishbone and a husky named Ozzy. I have an amazing support team. I have my parents, my in-laws, my friends, my family, and many other cancer warriors that I have met through my journey. I used to, when I had the energy, do chemo dances where when I had chemo, I would lock myself in the bathroom at my oncology office because I'm very shy. And I would sing and dance to a song on TikTok. I don't have the energy much to do that much anymore, so I don't do it. But I am doing very well. my cancer is stable and masses are shrinking. So the chemo that I am on is working. I've got a few things I need to keep an eye on, but other than that, I'm doing very well. I've actually lost weight. May not look like it, but I have. I lost my hair, but I got my eyebrows still. And I got my eyelashes still. But I got no nose hair. I got no armpit hair, no leg hair. So. But I'm okay. Every day I'm still here is another day I've beaten it. So I just wanted to tell you about me, my story, and maybe bring a little bit of awareness to colon cancer. Have a good day. Bye.